Good morning, I'm Simon Dadge, one of the tutors here at Myerscough College, and today we're going to be looking at one of the sports turf units. We're going to be focusing on ground preparation and turfing. So as you can see, we've had to come to a local golf course today. They've kindly given us permission to come onto the golf course and get this piece of evidence for us to use with our students. So as you can see, I've got a plastic landscaping rake. I've got a half moon, I've got a fork to use for tapping turf into position, and I've also got a knife for cutting some pieces of turf. So we'll just go, all students have to do a brief verbal risk assessment associated with this task. So what we'll do is we'll just go through the main hazards and then we'll talk about how I've minimised those. So the first one, obviously we're looking at lifting turf. So the first hazard will be manual handling. So from that, I'm going to try and keep my back as straight as I can, lift with my knees. I'm going to be trying to keep the turf as low as possible when I'm working, so we're going to manage it that way. The other one, I've obviously got tools, wooden handles, so possibility of splinters. So I've got a pair of gloves on to protect myself from that. Coming down, I've got my work boots on. So obviously you can see we're close to a green, so we've got a little bit of a slope, but we've also got other turfs lying around, so we've got slips, trips and falls to think about. Obviously this is going to give me a better grip with the grip that's on the bottom of them. So they're the sort of three main associated hazards with this task. Obviously today I'd be on the golf course. If it was a normal day, obviously we're still in lockdown, but we've got first green over there, and this is I'm not sure what green it is, but we've obviously got a green here. So if we did have golfers, I'd be mindful of flying golf balls. I'd be making sure that I was keeping an eye out, but obviously we're in lockdown and there's nobody on the course for me to worry about. So as you can see, the greenkeepers have already cut this area out, and what we've got now is it's kind of to a fine tilt. This is an area at the back of the green before it goes onto a path. So I think we've possibly high wear area where machinery comes around and perhaps golfers before they go off to another set of tees. So they're just trying to get it re-turfed. So what we're looking at is we're just trying to rake the area over, trying to remove any lumps in the soil, any of the big. So what we're getting is we're getting little bits of tree roots. So you can see these trees around the side here, we're getting little bits of broken twigs. So we're trying to make those, get them out. We've got stones as well, we've got some bigger bits. So all is what we're doing is we're trying to rake the area, and what I do is I'll rake it up into the top corner and then we'll pull the soil out. So all we're just trying to make it as level and as so we can get as good a contact with the turf with the soil. Excellent. So what we've done now is we've got the area prepped. What we're going to do is we're going to try and lay it in brick fashion. I've already highlighted a little bit of an issue that we're going to come across with the turf, is that it's actually just slightly bigger than two turfs in width, and ideally we want to try and turf it the longest way possible. So I'm still thinking about how I'm going to overcome that issue, but I'm sure I'll think of something in the next 10 or 15 minutes of how I'm going to come across it. But for now, that's the prep work done. I'm going to now look at getting on in turfing.